Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm Charlotte. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're all having a lovely day. So for today's video we've got part 2 out of 3 of my BH Cosmetics Dance Remix palette reviews. Today we are going to be reviewing the 90s palette, which is the palette that actually drew me to this collection in the first place. I'm very excited to get into it. Just before I open it, I'll just read a bit of what it says in the back of the packaging. So it says, "Oops, we did it again with Remix Dance 90s 15 colour shadow palette. Get this dance party started with this pastel baby pinks, blues and neutral tones, just like your fave pop icon. Each smooth, matte and lustrous shimmer offers up one swipe intensity as strong as your major crush on these curly-haired pop stars." So once again, just like the 80s palette, you've got like a little cardboard sleeve with the exact same packaging on the front and back as the actual palette. So as you open it up, there's a little plastic thing to protect the shadows. And it says, "If you want to be my lover, you've got to get with my look." And then this is what the palette looks like. And I am a very big fan of this palette. Just hold it up a bit closer. So in this palette you have 7 shimmers and you also have 8 mattes. So this is quite a good ratio. It's got range of colours. You've got a perfect like nude soft glam colours at the top, and then you've got the brighter pops down the bottom. To me this palette makes me think of making colours wearable, because you can easily mix it in to do subtle brights and with the nudes, and you can very versatile. It's a very versatile palette. Like I said, this is the palette that actually drew me to the collection in the first place. I was like, I'm getting that, even if I don't like the other ones. So I'll swatch row by row. Okay, so we have the shade Supermodel, Be My Lover, Jiggy, Wannabe, and No Scrubs. The shimmers felt very smooth, very creamy. They're very, very reflective. But the mattes, they did swatch well, but they felt similar to the 80s shadow palette. They felt kind of chalky. Okay, so this is the next row. It is an all matte row, and it's all like the pastel mattes. So we have the shade Genie, Hit Me Baby, Can't Touch, Heartbreaker, and Say My Name. If you haven't already realised, these are all hit 90s songs. I'm sure all of us know these. Again, a bit chalky, but they have got pigment, and I'm sure over a wet base these will work really well. And this is the last row swatched. This is my favourite. These are all the shimmers, and they look absolutely gorgeous. Very creamy, very nice to swatch. So we've got I'm Blue, Creep, Too Sexy, Show Me Love, and La Vida Loca. So each matte has got a complementary shimmer just to make things easier. So to me this palette is like kind of making colour more wearable. I'm thinking about doing kind of more of a wearable eye, but with a pop of colour in the centre. And as I've got my minty blue earrings in, I'm thinking about doing something like that. But there's so many looks you can create with this palette. I'm already so excited to do more looks. I haven't even started playing with it yet. So I think we should just prep my eyes and we should get straight into it. So I'm going to start by prepping my eyes with a bit of the P. Louise base. So I'm going to start with going in with the shade Jiggy, which is the lightest neutral brown, on a Morphe JH32 brush. It's just like a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to pick that up, and I'm just going to I'm not going to precisely put it in because I want it to be quite blended and quite blown out. So I'm going to quickly just start by working that just above my crease. Not winging it out, just following my eye shape around. So once I've put that on and just blended it out, I'm going to go in with the shade Wannabe and the PC47 Peaches and Cream, and I'm just going to put that through my crease and just kind of keep it there. Blend it slightly, but I just want something to blend my pastel shade into. I'm actually going to take some of that shade Wannabe on a PC22 and kind of pop that up my outer corners a bit. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used to apply the shade Jiggy with, just buff it off a bit and then blend out my edges again. So I've just gone and applied some more of the shade Wannabe on my outer corners just to blend it into the shade Genie a bit better. And then I got my big fluffy brush and just went over all my crease and all the outer corners just to try and make it as blended as possible. So I think for the lower lash line, we'll just keep it neutral. So I do want this to be quite like fun but wearable. So we're going to go in the same shades that we put in the crease, which is the shades Jiggy and Wannabe. So I'll get what's this? Another PC47, the shade Jiggy. I'm just going to run that underneath my lower lash line. I'm actually, before I put the next shade Wannabe in, I'm going to put a eyeliner in. You could go for like quite a bright, what's it like? A bright tealy blue. But I've brought over a kind of a brownie one, deeper brownie. I've lost my bright teal blue eyeliner because I would do that, but I don't know what's happened to it. So this is Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in Sunnyvale. I love this. It's a lovely like warm brown and they're so smooth. I've actually got backups of this, so this is how much I love this eyeliner. So I'm going to put it in my lower lash line and my top line. So just got a Colourpop E10 here and I'm going to go with the shade Wannabe and just focus that mainly on the outer portions of my under eye. Okay, we're nearly done, but I've got to use one of these shimmers. I think I'm going to go with the shade Supermodel, which is like the lightest kind of whitey ice shimmer. I'm going to pop that on my inner corner and on my brow bone. And I'm going to do this with a Morphe M213 and I'm going to do it dry to start off with. I think that's all I'm going to do to the eyes. So I'm just going to pop some mascara on. I would put false lashes on, but they're not my friend at the moment and I don't want to ruin it. And I'll be back to do my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back. I just put my mascara on. I use the Revolution Chocolate Dip Mascara. Sometimes I really like this mascara, other times I'm not the biggest fan, but I feel like today it looks alright. It's very hit and miss. I don't know why. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. For lips, I've got Colourpop Lumiere lip pencil on, and then I've got the Mim Lashes Annie Rose lip gloss. You need to try this brand. It's a small Instagram brand and she does lashes, lip glosses and like lip oils. I love all their stuff. I have every single one of the lip glosses. They are one of the best lip gloss formulas that I've ever tried and they're super affordable. Let me know. I think about doing a lip swatch video of all these, so stay tuned. I have my earrings. These gorgeous little butterfly hoops are from Made by Lauren X. Again, very affordable and also an Instagram brand. So, what do I think about this palette? Well, I must admit I didn't use loads of colours today, but the ones I did use I felt blended really well. I used neutrals. Neutrals are easy. They blended very well, didn't lose the intensity as I blended them. However, when I did use this pastel shade Genie, as I blended it did lose some colour, pay off a bit. But it's pastel and it's colour. It's to be expected. I wouldn't put the palette down for that. The shimmer is very beautiful. I feel like it's really made my eyes pop. Just as a reference, in my previous video on this collection, I compared the pound sizes to that on is it the Flower Power? Or like the little retro palette. But I got one of the £4 blush palettes here. I actually used this shade here. Is it Wicked as my blush today? And as you can see, the eyeshadow pans in this palette are pretty much the same size as those in their £4 blush palettes, and it's the same with the other ones and their other blush palettes as well. So I thought that was a better comparison. They're a little bit smaller, but still, it's just shows how much of a decent size you get of each pan. I really like the colour story of this palette. I really like this palette. I can't wait to play with it more. I'm definitely gonna dip into some more of these shades. From how they like they swatched and how they applied on my eyes, I have high hopes for the rest of them, and especially after trying the 80s palette, I've definitely got high hopes. So check out my Instagram, which is @LottieLoves, so it's got Lottie _ and then loves with 2 S's, because I'll be doing loads more looks with this, and if you want to hear more about my thoughts on it after I've tried the different shades, I will definitely be leaving like a little update underneath one of my posts. The look I created today, I feel like it is very wearable, it's very spring, but you've still got your little bit of pastel in there. So that is the end of this video. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tell me if you've got this palette yourself or if you picked up any of the others. Which one's your favourite out of the 3? Check out my Instagram for more. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Bye!